Alright, so for the corrective exercise program, we'll have the same exercises for the inhibition phase and the lengthening phase. So for the inhibition for day one, we'll focus on gastric medius and soleus. We'll focus on biceps femoris and piriformis. We'll focus on TFL and gluteus minimus and quadratus lumborum. So you might be wondering, how do we inhibit these muscles? I'm gonna show you right now. So to inhibit the gastric medius and soleus, you want to be laying down. You've probably seen most of my videos on YouTube, but just a refresher. Put this leg down here and this leg up here for added weight. You're going to support yourself by lifting up and just foam roll. Ooh, yeah, you find that tender spot, hold it for 30 seconds. Bam. Next, we're going to focus on the biceps femoris and piriformis. So, biceps femoris. Up here. On your hamstring. Once again, you could add the other leg for added support. Foam roll. And then, yeah, it should be on the medial aspect of your hamstring. Piriformis is near the side of your glutes. Deep in here, so you want to be sideline while you do these. Whoops. Go up and down. And you should feel it. Next, the TFL and glute med, also sideline. So for your piriformis, you kind of want to be a little bit more towards the posterior aspect of your glutes. For the TFL and glute med, so literally the lateral aspect. So once again, same concept. You're going to be sideline, going up and down. My foam roller is broken, but gotta do what I gotta do. And then next, you have your QL, which is like on your, it's a little bit, it's on the lateral posterior aspect of your back. So you're gonna have to, same concept, foam roll. You find the spot, hold it. Okay, and now we'll do the lengthening exercises for day one, which will be lengthening the same muscles. So for the gastric soleus, you want to have one foot forward, the other foot back. With slight knee bend, putting some pressure against the wall. This leg should be remaining back straight, which will stretch out the gastroc. You want your toes to be pointing forward with your heels on the ground to stretch out the soleus. Slight knee flexion. You should feel it. You want to do this for all the lengthening exercises. We're going to do 3 sets for 30 seconds. So next you have the biceps femoris and piriformis. So to start with the piriformis, you're going to lean against a bed, a table. Put your hip flexion, knee internally rotated, and just kind of lean forward. Biceps femoris, a hamstring stretch. So you can bend over to the front, touch your toes. Next, the TFL and the glute med. You're going to go ahead and stand, cross your feet over, and lean towards the side that your foot is crossing over. You should feel it on your TFL, glute med, which is on the lastly QL, your quadratus lumborum. You can do it sitting down. You're going to put this hand over here, and with this hand, you're going to go ahead and apply a little bit more stretch. You should feel it deep inside your core. And that is the inhibition and lengthening for our day one. For our day two, so for day one, we'll focus on knee outward and hip hike. Day two, we'll focus on excessive forward lean of the trunk. So we have the same exercises, which are the gastric knee. We're going to inhibit the gastric medius and soleus, the quadriceps, and the piriformis. So once again, a quick run through, because I don't want to waste your time, sir. You're going to be lying down, not lying down, but laying down. Put your calf on the foam roller, put your other foot on top, lift yourself up, Find a tender spot, go ahead and foam roll it for 30 seconds. Quadricep, you want to do it prone. Lay on top. Find the tender spot in your quads. Go ahead and hold it. 30 seconds. And piriformis, once again, it's on the lateral posterior aspect of your glutes, near your glutes. So, side lying, with a little bit externally rotate it. And you should find it right there. Oh yeah. Okay, so now for our lengthening phase. So one key exercise that we're adding to this, or muscle that we're stretching out, is the hip flexor. And the only reason we're not doing the hip flexor on the foam roller is because it would hurt a lot. So for the hip flexor, you want to be kneeling down. You kind of want to lean opposite to the leg that's going down so you can stretch, lean forward, and with your back, arch back. You can feel the stretch. And you want to do that for 3 sets, 30 seconds. Gastrocnemius and soleus stretch, once again, up against the wall. Knee, toes pointing forward, heels continuing on the ground. Slight knee flexion, the lean foot. Back foot remains straight until you knee flex to stretch out the soleus. Lastly, piriformis, once again, using a table or a bed. Assume the position and stretch. Leaning forward will help you stretch that piriformis. And once again, 3 sets for 30 seconds. So now our day 3, which is focusing on the trunk rotation compensation. We're going to go ahead and self-myofascial release the piriformis, the glute med and maximus, and the adductor complex. So nothing much has changed, except that we're pretty much showing you the new how to foam roll the adductor complex. So for piriformis, lateral posterior of your glutes, you want to remain straight. Find a tender spot. Hold it 30 seconds. For your glutes, for my glutes, I like to use a ball because it's a lot easier. So find a ball. Whoa, a ball. Just kind of same thing. Hold it. Down. Okay, so now the adductor complex, which is on the inner thigh. You're going to be prone with your legs sticking out. Get the adductors and just kind of lean forward. Once again, 30 seconds. Okay, so lengthening phase for this day, we're going to focus on the obliques and the piriformis. Piriformis, once again. Lean forward so you can get that stretch, and then the obliques. So for the obliques, what you can do is you can have this hand over here, just bring it across. You can also rotate your trunk just by twisting. And once again, 3 sets for 30 seconds. So those are the 3 days for the inhibition and lengthening for each of the compensations. And these exercises are similar from my first week to my last week.